kind of know how Jet works on this map, right? A lot of people are saying Jet is just super powerful on iceboxes. Use that operator, get a kill, then immediately dash away. It's just crazy the value you can get out of it. But we're hopping into the pistol round, Gus. We're kicking things off. The rematch finds itself here on Icebox.
I never thought it would be
Is the
so
volume
given
okay,
hype
chat?
this time. Yes,
volume's
Alex.
good?
Map number 1 between Sentinels and Soniqs, your world champions, facing off against Oceania's finest. And it's already a slower takeover towards that A site, but they make it go fast. Dizzy already in the back of sight. It's an immediate Sage wall too. They have full control and no kills whatsoever going back and forth.
Now there's so much util dumped down here from Soniqs just to obscure the vision, but as soon as that poison orb goes down, shahzam has presented a golden opportunity.
shahzam already around the corner. He he headshots the wrong person, but still getting some decent damage. It's Crunchy right in the mid side at just about 22 HP. He's trying to play out a little bit more time, potentially delay for Dizzy, but Dizzy still in the back of sight, gonna be able to get one traded back immediately. Ian coming up from behind over at mid, and there you go. Ian might have just iced this whole thing out. shahzam has to go so huge, but he gets a big one onto Ian first. Dashes right into the
my god.
Gets that right click, and that's the first round.
That
going
was
back
so
to
close.
good Oceania.
Big round coming out from Soniqs just to kick things off. You see that utility that they use into that backside, that poison orb being one of the biggest things. It obscures so much vision, and in a pistol round like that, if you are Sentinels and maybe you want to try and push straight into the site, prevent the spike from going down, you simply can't from that top Raptors, and that wall as well obscuring the line of sight, losing that 30 HP as soon as you walk into that poison orb makes it super difficult. But as soon as it did go down, you saw a little bit light by the Sentinels, but Crunchy coming up huge with that two-piece gives Soniqs a pretty good anchor point, at least in the middle of that site, and they pick up that first round of result. Now in this round, Sentinels, it's going to be a lighter buy here. We can see and expect a couple of sheriffs, maybe find a little bit of value from these two duels on the A site. Who knows?
Yeah, shahzam going for an early peek. At least in terms of the play-by-play, it's Soniqs. Still maintaining an option all the way in the back of B main. And it, I like this play still. They show face for a quick second, and they're already out of there.
Right, and if you are Sentinels, having that kind of minimal contact, you're going to want to rotate, right? The core fundamentals of any eco round, or at least when you have only pistols and definitely the lesser guns, is kind of work together. Right? Maybe you can overwhelm them with numbers, crossfires might catch them off guard, and especially with the sheriffs in the hands of TENZ and shahzam, especially on that A site, can be very scary. Ian causing a little bit of disruption on the B site. I think the cutting and noise definitely sold a double fake for Sentinels, and Soniqs are going to have an open A site here.
I think the Oasis.
Yeah, open A site, and that's all Soniqs were trying to do. Very light util to even approach over onto the A site, and again, no harm, no foul whatsoever if Soniqs overextended a little bit over on the B site. All is too fine, but let's see what the retake is like. TENZ already starting off with a big headshot. Keeps himself at a headshot angle, trying to get himself another kill, but ends up going down anyways. That's going to be Crunchy getting the kill. Plix taking one back onto shahzam. Currently at that 3v3 at the same time, too. We had another kill going back from Sentinels. Ian over in the back line, watching out. Takes a dapper big one from Sick.
But like,
Plix,
look at this.
taking down zombs at the exact same time, is going to leave the Sage down on her lonesome in a 1v2. Could definitely get a whole lot of damage economically, trying to get a little bit cheeky with it on the ropes with nothing but a deke, but Sick has a little bit better of an angle too. Try to find a headshot here. Again, would be so huge, but everyone's just going to run away. So a little bit more stressful of a situation purely because Sick was in the middle of that site. But Soniqs, well, that's a whole lot of guns taken away, actually.
Yeah, it's going to hurt just a little bit, but I think in this meta, at least nowadays, no matter what, you're going to try and bonus this third round. And the best way to compensate for a loss like that is to buy up sheriffs, right? Take those long-range duels. Icebox really affords those kind of situations where if you have that sheriff, the one-shot potential from such a long range can combat against like maybe a Vandal or even a Phantom. So Soniqs is not going to be too heavy of a reinvestment. As you can see, 2 sheriffs rebought back, and then 1 Spectre for bot.
What the
fuck?
fuck?
Trying to minimize damage here, see what they can ice out as Sentinels on their full buy. See what early on they can find. Recon Bolt's gonna spot at 10, so it kind of nullifies his push just a little bit, but still, he can re-aggress 1 kill, and all he can do is just dismiss and get out of dodge.
Get the hell out of dodge. That's really all he can do, but still in these types of scenarios for Soniqs, we're seeing more and more one-off type peaks, just like this one. It's gonna be shahzam taking down Ian just as around the corner one of his teammates was baiting out pressure. Zombs with another run right back at the exact same time. Here comes Crunchy, actually in the back of A site. Tagging on a big one onto dapr. Bob is right next to him, and all of a sudden this round is turned on its head. A revive 10 swinging in at the exact same time, and Sentinels, as the dust subsides, it's all gone against them. It's a 1v2 for zombs.
Easy for zombs.
Well, not much hope. That's if Soniqs doesn't walk right into his crosshair. Oh, zombs.
Wow.
That could have been it, couldn't it? But Plake stays alive. 3-0.
Wow, huge round from Soniqs. I mean, the mid play looked really good, at least from Sentinels to control that. They lose one player, and then they immediately respawn back with 2 of their own. But unfortunately, Soniqs able to battle back.
That was
pretty
round
well there.
Soniqs,
I'm not even gonna lie. The res comes up, and I thought, okay, TENZ should be able to trade 1 kill out, maybe get the second, but he gets caught out in the open, and Soniqs able to convert. And that's a round where we spoke about having those sheriffs and those lesser guns, right? It's not that big of a deal anymore. They're able to close down the gap, close the space, and win out those fights. They put Sentinels again back on another eco round to trying to maintain the autonomy, and Soniqs a heavy pressure towards the A side, but that's the flip side. The sheriffs work just as well in the hands of Sentinels.
Yeah, what a great stack from Sentinels. Again, it's trying to maximize damage. It's trying to maximize the million paper cuts to kill ratio. AKA, you put those pistols all looking at one singular angle, someone is bound to die.
Biased caster? There's always going to be bias in casters, chat. Like, let's be real here.
How they can react over towards this B site. There has been a Viper wall.
This is why I can never be one.
Every single
round. Let's go! Oh no!
Shahzam coming in for the skies, taking one away from way far away. And
nice pick, though.
For Sentinels and no spike plant yet.
But there's so much delay created here by zombs. He's dropped out so much utility, and it's for Soniqs to make a decision. Do we commit to this plan?
They're fast. Soniqs is quite fast on the rotate, aren't they, chat?
Give a slight opportunity
really,
for Shahzam to take that double up
like any contact and they're over on the other side.
Now Sentinels, they're reading into it perfectly. They've already committed to rotation.
They're rotating like freaking crazy.
And TENZ is already on the scene.
A little fast, no?
It's more or less a commitment. TENZ is still walking around. So trying to find a better angle, or really just any information period. One person in the middle of sight, it's Crunchy. Having to escape through the cloud burst, but no way! dapr! That was another one! dapr is missing out on these shoulder peaks consistently, and Crunchy is finally gonna get the kill. Oh, that one's just a little bit awkward for dapr, huh? Thank gosh.
They're called Soniqs for a reason.
In his perspective, or else that would probably be a clip. But I think we're chilling for now. It was just the pistol sully. The rifles come back.
Oh, and an op picked up super early here from Shahzam. Where is he going to take it? It looks like possibly to the B side. So this becomes a whole lot more deadly if you are Soniqs. So I imagine that we might see a little bit more focus to this A side from Sentinels just because of how detrimental it is to peek through first a Viper wall and then possibly get shot by an operator. So TENZ, he's going to take this forward position. He jumps on the pipes here, gets a very good angle. He can get a kill, dismiss, support his teammate in the back sight. But he's got so many players approaching. dapr really is in the best angle to help out TENZ. With the Yellow Drone spotting TENZ out, he's in a dangerous spot.
Super dangerous spot, but it's so volatile.
Nice
Could have easily gone a kill and dismissed, but that's the thing, Sully. He was missing that first step. He was missing the kill. He goes down. Now Soniqs have a route over towards that backside. It's going to be Dizzy once again, trying to clear back elbow, but it's going to be dapr before that wall goes up. Getting the kill. Sick is going to be able to get a kill onto Bob. That Viper's pick goes up at the exact same time. Soniqs with a little bit of defense here, but their players are still going down on the perimeter. Ian in the very middle has to play around, has to be sneaky. Zombs on top of
Remember, when you're on top, they can see your feet sometimes. It's so scary.
Ian still has full control. Plex on that back line. Ian gets revealed. Has to run away. Pulls at the sidearm. Can't get a kill at all. Instead of Sick getting it. Plex destroy the wall at a perfect time. The satchel goes out.
What the fuck?
Oh my word, Plex! Oh,
I didn't know.
To push Soniqs.
I had no idea that the raise pack just broke the wall like that right away. That's actually so fucking smart.
And that Sentinels
holy shit.
The spike defusal, throws the blast back, is then immediately ready for that pick. But that is a massive.
That was
from him.
so smart.
Sick does a really good
I'm
job
not gonna
of
lie
finding
to
the
you.
opening picks to allow his team to flood in. But that Viper's pit clogging up the entirety of the A site makes it so difficult. And Ian really well played to him to control that part of the map and give Plex this opportunity to win out the clutch. 5-0 start for Soniqs. It is looking really, really good, and once more, Sentinels are on a detrimental buy.
Sully, I don't know if that is anti-stratting or that is just covering all of your options, because that position
It's just
again,
game knowledge. Yeah, well, nobody does that in my gold lobbies,
ahead,
chat.
Your
Not gonna lie
opponents
to you.
even get that done. But Sully looking over towards this round, it's way faster. It's a quick plant, and also a couple of kills at the exact same time. Dizzy getting another one back onto Shazam as that Marshall is already ringing out. Ian trying to come up from behind with a kill onto Zombs, but instead it's the Viper going on Viper. Zombs getting the kill with a trade back from Plix. 3v2.
Revive available here for Sentinels, and TENZ has got full HP, the overheal, and a Vandal. Spike in a very tricky position. They know where Plix is. At least a tag on the TENZ as well. It doesn't look like it's the most winnable position. The crossbar is being held. Dizzy's got a really good angle as well. 2 players watching it, and as the wall gets instantly broken, yep, nothing here Sick can really do. Maybe try and take a gun out of the hands of Soniqs, but even then, it's not going to be doing too much. 6-0 Soniqs storming their way to a very, very early lead. Sentinels now will have the buyback, but Soniqs, they are looking golden at the moment.
Sully, I want to warn you. Do you know what happened on Icebox to cause Sentinels to actually come back against Soniqs?
It was a teabag, wasn't it?
It was a teabag.
Yep.
We're not seeing that yet. Soniqs knows.
They've learned their lesson.
It's a different mode for Soniqs today, man. These guys are cutthroat, and I mean, Icebox was already immaculate for Soniqs the last time they played against Sentinels. It's already happening. It's already a perfect score, but this round has to be a little bit better, Sully. The rifle's back in the hands of Sentinels, and early on, this Viper Wall play is a little bit cheeky. They put up a Viper's Pit and a Viper Wall at the exact same spot. Yellow Box is the only spot where these attackers can go.
Yeah, I don't know if Sentinels are trying to reroute the players to the A site, but it looks like Soniqs are still sticking around a little bit. Shazam's gotten investigative with his operator. TENZ is right behind to help hold belts. But at the moment, it's Soniqs who have just cut noise. The instant idea is that, okay, we've used the Viper's Pit. There should be no way that by us dumping utility on the B site, that Soniqs should still be committing. But that's not the case. Soniqs are just sitting around and waiting. It's up to Ian, who's on a pretty late lurk, to maybe try and find something in the kitchen or at least get an opening. Because all the info Shazam's got is allowing TENZ to lean back to the B site, and alongside dapr, the info revealed that Ian's down mid. Soniqs they've basically revealed their entire hand at this point in time, and it's up to Sentinels to see if they can stop them.
Yeah, this is big too. They can play around that sorry, that Viper's Pit perimeter, and
nice voice crack.
Yeah, they can sneak back all the way back into spawn if they want to, Sully.
Yeah, Zombs, he's in.
Oh my God, they're totally doing it.
Oh my God, they're right all the way around. And now they might encounter someone.
Whoa, and they're planning towards spawn.
Spike planted.
Oh, this is such a good counteraction. They've got completely against it, but Sully, this is one of the worst spots for you to play it, period. 2 players already rotating towards the back of spawn, and Soniqs now, they have to face on a 2-on-5 at the exact same time. Plix getting a kill back onto dapr, but he drops right into the cold hands of Sick.
That was some really whack
idea,
spot to plant,
certainly not going to be a dub.
I don't know.
Great idea with the sage wall, though.
Okay.
That was my main concern, is that, okay, yeah, you play it for backside, but now where do you go? You go back to Snowman, and then literally you're going to end up running into basically everyone. dapr and TENZ are already there at the ready to make that fight happen. And as soon as they walk across, TENZ and dapr are there to meet them. So Sentinels, another first round on the board,
I feel
at the very least. Jet.
Right.
Or apologies, Shazam will have the
I think
operator back in
for
his
the 4
hands.
months.
Back to the A
Heading
site.
over in
Another
August.
focus
Okay,
here
perfect.
from
Just text
Soniqs.
me.
It looks to this B side. Ian has already got a molly lined up. I assume that's going to go towards
I might be in
back
LA
yellow
by
to try
then,
and force
Bailey,
dapr.
but I'll
Apologies,
try
Zombs out of
to
position.
keep updated.
Zombs has been really good with his util so far, right? Causing so much delay, and now he's going to throw that wall up. But what
Dizzy does the exact same thing every time.
Players, space made by Dizzy.
I don't know if you guys noticed.
Zombs has got to try and hold it back,
you know,
at least to allow rotations to come into the site.
It's kind of predictable.
Exactly right. He's just putting on those slow orbs again. Potentially give some better positionings for his teammates a little bit more time to do so. I do like those shock dart lineups, and indeed they're gonna land right in the middle of default. So they're laying even more time, and still they're going into the back side again.
Does the exact same thing.
Soniqs are just bombarding
exact same time.
at least every single corner and crevice that this site has to offer, and they're going for the same.
They're so aggro. What the fuck?
Site plant. Okay. Sure, this time it's a little bit crossed up too. Couple players over towards yellow box, and 2 players from Sentinels are trapped in the very middle. And Shazam, Takes down Ian as
Holy
Ian was
shit.
starting to get a little bit cheeky, trying to go for a flank over in the mid side.
I think he fever for this
Sentinels, they're taking this close for a reason, Sully. This is so hard to navigate.
At this point, it feels almost impossible, right? You've got two
Sure,
different
my
angles to
aggro.
clear, and there's so many more possible. Yep, there's that crossfire. And while Shazam's able to get a couple of exits here, it's not going to be enough.
save
It'll
the
all be
op.
in vain. 7-1 Soniqs. Such a quick take, right? The idea is instead of allowing TENZ and dapr to make that rotation, which they did in the last round, is just trying to immediately cut it off and have the surprise factor where you have the control to make that peak. As soon as
We
you
are
want that
so
fight ball to go down,
broke.
you can take that fight, and that's what they did. Sentinels concede another round, and Soniqs on this attacking side, this is insane. Sentinels, they're going to be in another eco round. It's another chance for Soniqs to find another round.
And it's funny because I think we had 2 straight rounds where, you know, it is just an absolute util dump in the middle of the B site, and
Yikes
Soniqs
for the 2
almost used that against Sentinels.
Thank you, Randy, for the 100 bits. Hello, Kyedae. What is your opinion on
Sully,
beans?
are we
I'm
just
confused
seeing
if this is Berlin
a
or,
little,
I don't
a little
know,
bit of
lost,
secret sauce here
like,
from
a kid
Soniqs?
at
Because
Walmart.
I'm personally
What?
getting a little bit confused watching these plays.
I think I just lost brain
Get
cells
back
trying
into
to
it. Oh my
read that.
gosh,
goodness!
Shazam coming out of nowhere, getting himself
Okay.
2. All right. So
Good
now
job, Dapper.
Soniqs, this is quite the way for them to get up against the ropes. It's gonna be a couple of pushes.
Crouching!
Coming out at the exact same time. Crunchy pushing back. This could have been a man advantage. here,
Oh,
Sully.
they don't know
But
that
Sentinels have
Zombs is
thrown it away
here.
with that last kill.
Toxins going up.
Now it's up to Zombs here on the B side. Rotation's coming in
Nice.
quick, but he catches
With the
Ian.
Spectre!
You don't
Holy
expect Zombs in
shit.
that position. After all the contact
Good
made on
kill.
A, I think Ian was assuming that Zombs had made a
Holy
rotation,
fuck.
but not at
This-
all.
I mean, Stinger, sorry. The
Gives away
Stinger
the
does not do
information.
that for
Still has
me.
a showstopper to play off of, so not all done just yet. Noise has been made. Zombs again with a 3-second kill. Can Crunchy really pull this out? 1 versus 3. He knows at least the location of
Oh
2,
my
but it's such a
God.
tricky site to navigate
The
because
Stinger.
there's only one plant spot you can
I
really go
accidentally
for. And
said
there's only so many locations you
Spectre.
can fall back to, and up against 3, you've got to hit your shots here, my man.
Yeah, he's got to hit the shots, and he's taking damage too. He does utilize that heal a little bit early, and he gets a kill right through the Viper wall. Watch out around the corner
Nice,
as
nice,
TENZ.
Okay.
TENZ ices it out. So, yeah, awkward score line. Not so
Thank you,
awkward
Floppy,
round.
for the $2. Can you say hi to
In
this
all honesty, for
dysfunctional
Sentinels.
family?
They got a
Hello,
little bit too
dysfunctional
confident,
family.
but that was their setup from the beginning.
Yeah, I really
my
like
God.
how Sentinels, they've changed it up a little bit. They're taking the fight
When
straight
people
to
swing
Soniqs,
like that right in
Shazam with
front,
that super
kinda
early
scary.
dash, comboed with a Hunter Sphere to try and counter. I mean, it's a perfect setup coming out from Sentinels. You force Soniqs to make the movement with all that space that you take up. You force them essentially to one site, and Zombs was in a perfect position to take down the first player, and then playing around the boxes, playing around that B-bomb site, is able to find the second. They went out the round essentially because of it, and now they're back to a full buy. But Soniqs, with so many credits, I've got no worries whatsoever, and it's Dizzy who's going to pull out the operator this time around as a full focus
You mean
towards
this
this
thing
A
looks
side.
godlike?
Dapper's gonna get a
I
little
know
bit
it's
of
so
early
funny to me
information
when
on the recon
professionals,
bolts.
they're always
At
like,
least review
oh
reports
yeah, this
is
gun
no
is so
key the
OP,
main boost
guys.
to
It's like,
entry.
yeah,
So now
'cause
they
you're
should be kind
fucking
of feeling
using
it
it.
out. TENZ is pushed down B main.
You know what I mean?
Essentially telegraphed at this point.
Yeah, should pretty much
It just
yeah,
shit
do like a
pains my
counter
fucking
siege.
head.
What is
Like
going on
Tyson's
there
like,
with Dapr?
wow, this
Puts
gun is so
himself
good,
in the
and
middle
I'm
of
like,
view.
it's not the gun,
Looking
okay?
at another angle,
It's
but he
you.
gets taken down from heaven. Soniqs now, without even making a step into the A side, Sully has 2 kills. Sentinels are now forced to
And now
put
they're going
Oh.
the last few bodies, and now they're going right into the crosshair. TENZ!
Nice try,
TENZ,
Ty.
oh man.
Not
We
bad.
were expecting TENZ to do something there. It gets a singular kill, but this is good for Sentinels. This is a little bit of a moment for them to breathe.
too bad.
And not only
3
that, but
4.
they get that revive off. It's a 1-man advantage for Soniqs going into the B site.
So Shazam is already here. The wall's going to go up. Sage Wall should go down here as well. The spike plan essentially free, but Shazam putting so much
Woo!
pressure. Crunchy still wants to
Okay.
stick it. He goes
I
down
like
in
the
a 3 versus
aggressiveness.
3. Another from the backside
Nice.
of Sick, and now it's just down to 2. And both of these players are stuck towards B main. How do they
Okay.
work their way out? There's double blast back and a showstopper for Flix to create
30
space.
seconds.
Other than that, it is
No
tricky. And
way.
Shazam
Shit.
again going dangerous. Finds another kill, and now Bob, nothing she can really do. It's a 3rd round for Sentinels,
Beautiful.
and a perfect play from Shazam to cut down the
Well
space.
played.
Yeah, I like how Bob tried to go for the 1-tap too, but certainly she's not able to pull that off in a 1v3. But it is what it is, Sully. Yes, Sentinels. What a round from them. And I think mainly what we saw from Sentinels was just a very fast response to both takes. Very fast response to the A take. You immediately got 3 bodies into the back of sight, and not only that, but the counter saved.
Here's the
wall
thing,
alongside
chat.
that
Everybody is
orb.
human.
A lot of
Everybody
things
makes
worked out for Sentinels
mistakes.
there. It was the early
And
round.
not everybody is always like on their A game.
Ended up breaking.
So I feel like a lot of times people really like to bandwagon on certain teams and stuff,
Oh,
and I wouldn't really
Shazam.
consider that a fan, if I'm gonna
So
be
close, and
completely
he's got
honest with
TENZ
you.
right behind him. This is the combo.
Beautiful.
Gets a kill and dismisses. That's what we've been waiting for.
Tyson.
Classic TENZ on the Reyna. And he's gonna
Sexy.
net at least 2 kills. He could have gone for maybe a little bit extra, but heal comes into play and TENZ. Oh man, he's still going for it. He's got a third already. TENZ. Don't do it to him.
No
Did he
way.
find 4? That's awkward. That is really awkward. 6 gonna
no.
get it nonetheless. And well, Sentinels.
That was a whiff,
taking the fight
Tyson, but
again
that's
to Soniqs.
okay.
Huge play from TENZ and Shazam to close it again. That space towards the A side. They find a 4th, and now they're looking for a 5th to end the half.
Yeah, it was fiending for it.
Well
Yeah,
played,
one more
well
round
played.
to end the half. Soniqs, they still have economic advantage, and not only that, but realistically, only 2 of their ultis. One of them is still charging.
People need to back off Tyson. He's doing his best. Half these kids talking
Right as I
shit could
say
do
that,
what he
Sully,
does
this
to
is our
us.
first cast.
No, half the
post-match.
people that talk shit are
don't really
wannabe
feel
pros.
too
That's
much
the
of a
thing,
pace change
and it's kind of
with
funny.
those orbs, I'll be completely
Or they're
honest.
literally in like fucking plat.
No, not really. I mean,
Thinking they're
it doesn't
good.
feel like either team is really focused
Like,
on
I'm
getting
shit at the
going.
game,
It's
so it
kinda
doesn't really
just
matter, but I'm
flash
just
of
saying.
util dump.
Yeah.
Soniqs,
Like,
they're going back
everyone's-
to the B site.
everyone
a
makes
little bit
mistakes.
different of a wall from their snowman push setup. Oh, TENZ.
Oh, thank you, Daniel, for the 5 subs.
There's a trade
Thank
back
you.
from Shazam as he goes hunting for a little bit extra. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out. Does he expect him? No, he's not even looking at that angle. Shazam going to get punished here so easily, and yes, he does. That's cracked open the A site. You know, both of the duelists are down, so retake potential just became so much harder for Sentinels. And going into this A site, Dizzy's not even going to look. Dapr's going to get a free pick, and it's back to a
Nice
3-on-3.
dapper.
Yeah, of course you would
Dude,
never
thanks for
expect someone to
$3.
already
Why
be
is
an
Sentinels
elbow
playing
in
if
that
they
position.
qualified for
So,
Berlin
is
already?
what it
Just
is.
curious.
Dapper gets the
They
kill and
have
Sig.
not qualified.
No
for
way!
this.
That is
Sig
awkward.
doesn't get the second free one. Instead, Bob
NT.
goes away scot-free.
Nice
and is able
try.
to heal up too. Flex is still
Nice,
here.
okay, there we go.
Flex gets caught with his pants down. What is going on with all these Sonics players and all their pants are down? Sentinels now
They
have
haven't
3
qualified for
players
Berlin yet.
invading,
They've
trying to
qualified
fight
for
back the
champions.
2-man yellow box swing.
Oh my
What?
goodness!
From Crunchy! Crunchy going big and getting 2! Sick and Zombs go down in a heap, and now, off the revive, the Raze is back, and more importantly, the showstopper is here to stop the half. Sully, it's Dapper now in a 1v2. The plant should be able to
Dapper
go
has
down.
this. Easy.
It is so winnable. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. Flex. Not gonna be able to find anything. Dapper's a little bit afraid. I love the use of that showstopper. It's to ensure that Dapper doesn't try an early swing.
Oh,
Doesn't take the peek.
my
He knows one's back
God.
towards yellow, but the other is unknown.
Yeah, I do like that idea. Potentially too
please.
wasteful just for Q, you know, but let's see what happens.
Okay, they know.
Trying to go for at least one shock dart back over towards the yellow box. Knows that Plix is in the back. Knows that the other person is in main. So has at least isolated.
They're not
couple
giving
1v1s
1v1s
to
here.
make sure that at least none of these players swing. Plix staying safe. Crunchy showing face a little bit more. Plix playing ring around Rosie. Dapper approaching up from behind. He gets Plix. Still one more remaining. Crunchy, run for the hills, my friend. Gotta play around this, and Dapper has no time whatsoever. It's a perfect clutch for Crunchy.
That
He
was-
pulls
nice
off
try,
the
nice try.
1v3, reviving a player to go with him at the exact same time. But it's wonderful, Sully. It's an 8-4 half for the Australians.
Yo, Red Bull clutch coming out from Crunchy just to close it out. Very well played at that last second. I love how we find those 2 kills. Those 2 were just insane to win out the round, essentially. Gets the revive, and Crunchy knows what he has to do. He hears the spike. It's ticking down to detonation. Just has to dance around the box and playing with Dapper just a little bit. It's 8-4. Soniqs, a very, very strong start to Icebox. And, I mean, while this map is a little bit attacking sided for Soniqs statistically, it's 65 in the attack and 64% on the defense win rate. So they should be just as strong here, but knowing Sentinels, this is their favorite side. We'll see what heat they can bring. It's already they're anchored towards this B site. It doesn't look like they throw the wall up initially, so they might not be committed, but there it goes. Early snake bite to delay, and Ion's gonna get some information. They see the Sova, and that should be a strong tell that this might lean towards the B side at least.
Sully, Sonics have an 85% win rate on this map, and don't really think that 85% is gonna lean into the 15. Sonics is looking really, really good at the moment, and Icebox just might be the one breakaway for them. Let's see how that's set up, though. I do like this counteractive util from Ion, but it's gonna take a whole lot more for sure once those toxins actually go down. Great timing from Sentinels. They pull up the Viper wall right at the exact same time. They can make their way right into the middle of yellow. Scot-free.
I love this counter
Yeah, and
wall.
Ion immediately backing away.
Chat,
You know this
I'm not
has to
gonna
be a
lie to
retake
you.
on a pistol round like this. You need that Viper wall to go down to try and commence the retake, Bob. Struggling just a little bit for the kill, but she's still going to get it nonetheless. In a 5v4, Dapper's around this corner where he can swing off his teammates.
Okay, Plix going a little bit deep, trying to take down dapr. It was mainly dapr going for a little bit more of a wide swing than usual. This orb is covering up to these players from Sentinels, and it just makes this post playing a whole lot harder. Soniqs, they combine their efforts, 3-man swing over into the back of yellow box, and that's going to be yet another very, very important round, Sully. That is the pistol round going back to Soniqs.
We'll see.
It's a huge
And they can hide you
start,
from 100
now you
bits.
find 9. You know you're going to be
If
on
you
the
could go
strong
anywhere
body
with
against
Tyson, where would you
Sentinels
go?
coming up, so there's a good chance
Tyson
you
really
get
wants to
10
go to
if you're
Japan,
in.
so I want
This
to take
is
him and show him
scary
around.
territory for
I think
Sentinels.
that's
And
our
honestly,
number one
it's
place
pretty
right
much
now.
unknown territory. They haven't lost Icebox in such a long time, at least in this fashion. I don't want to put a bad omen on them, but at this rate, something needs to turn around. Sentinels, with that pistol round loss, I was hoping that maybe they go for a light force, but no, we again see more or less the same from our pistol round, or our second round of the last half. 2 sheriffs.
Shut the fuck up, NT head ass.
And Soniqs are going all in. 5 Spectres. They are taking no chances at losing this round.
Are there really any chances to take?
Banned.
Along this line, Sentinels can surely wring you dry, even in an eco round like this, even in a pistol round like this. But yes, we're playing tic-tac-toe with the Viper walls once again, right into the middle of sight. And I like that cheeky angle from Daisy, but even better from TENZ. A wide swing and getting a fat headshot in. Oh my! Plix goes down in a heap. It's a 3-on-3. Crunchy coming up from behind at a really good time, but could certainly help out his team just a little bit in terms of heals. Let's see if he runs into anyone, though. There's 2 players into the back of sight. Bob's going to be able to reveal one, and Crunchy ends up getting the kill back. And Zombs at the exact same time sitting in the middle of short elbow. Well, that's the round. 3 players survive for Soniqs. Easy breezy.
And no matter
what do you do or say to Tyson after a loss?
Some kind of
Tyson's somebody that doesn't really like to talk too much about a loss, so we just watch anime and I make him food.
Crunchy ready for that
and he feels better after that.
As well, so really no chance Sentinels
this is
Soniqs,
Soniqs.
But they made it a little bit costly. Again, it's only 2 kills, nothing too major. Similar to their last bonus that Soniqs had. They're gonna reinvest with a couple of Spectres, I imagine.
It's okay. It's not over. This is the best of 3 anyways.
Gonna buy a share if you're alongside Crunchy. It doesn't look like, maybe not. Take flight. Nope, just a classic there for Dizzy. All right then. Still Sentinels, they'll have their full buy back, and they approach at least early on this B site, and you can see the rotations. Soniqs are making the read. They hear that Sova Owl Drone, and they know that the focus, or at least the majority of players, will be towards this B side.
Yeah, no, Owl Drone is a really, really big commitment to actually go for, so it'll be quite the rarity if you see an Owl Drone go round, and it is a little bit more of a fake. Potentially so. Soniqs have kind of been a little bit more taken aback by some of these takes, but look at this over towards mid. It's Crunchy.
Beautiful.
Closing up on space, and dapr was there to cut him off, so all right, so the tell for a B take has been broken down, Sully, so instead it's shahzam arcing now that A site, going right around it, making sure that nobody can expect. He's still getting himself a second, making a third. No, Plix getting the kill, but only 45 HP left in a 1v4.
Beautiful.
No chance. Sully, what a setup. Even having that lurk in that position, how did shahzam even get there? How did shahzam stay there?
For the 2 months.
You gotta love it from Sentinels, right? They find that first pick onto Crunchy that works their way back, and then there's just so much uncertainty for Soniqs, and suddenly Sentinels have a really good opportunity to work their way back into A side.
I think having a flank on this against this team is really good, considering that they do rotate so quickly. But I feel like they've been holding pretty.
As soon as dapr finds that kill, opens things up, and Sentinels they at least have a 5th.
Like Soniqs on defense, they just rotate right away. Actually, not playing that bad.
This could surely break the back of Soniqs.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word! Yeah! Oh my word! It's not only breaking their backs, it's breaking their heads. Sully, what a headshot from shahzam! What a dash! And now this B side is wide open. There's only one person here.
We're currently on the client patch of 3.08.
Just broken this entire B defense, and Ian's like, what do I even do? Trying to retake a little bit of ground. You've lost completely towards mid. And dapr is still towards B main, but Plix is good for at least the first onto TENZ. That'll at least break up a little bit of the defense, but you still have to worry about shahzam. He is in such a good angle to cut down the play from mid side. And Ian, he's got to get really good timing here as the wall starts to come down.
It's not just Ian that needs to get good coverage. It's Crunchy! Crunchy, unbelievably so, waltzing right into the back lane. And Dizzy now coming in at a perfect time. Gonna be able to get one. dapr now still with that shock dart going right onto the smoke. From long range, gonna be able to get one. Still. The defuse coming in from Dizzy, still has a Hunter's Theory, and the amount of delay from dapr. Sentinels
good job,
sneaks away around from Soniqs.
And he was
Let's
the player
go,
that
well
came
played.
back
That was a
from
lot of
B main.
util, but still,
he knew
worth,
that as soon as Soniqs took that
100%
space
worth.
into alt mid, he was going to reroute himself back and be there for that post plant. That is expertly done for the Red Bull clutch from dapr. Huge plays coming out from him. And Sentinels, they at least have the 6. They are staying alive in this first map. And Soniqs, it is close. It's not enough. You have to find a way to outthink your opponents. And in that round, dapr did everything.
dapr had all of the pivotal util at the end of the round too, and you can't really take anything away from his teammates either, just delaying time as much as possible in the middle of sight. But Soniqs doing a great job of just navigating that defense, made it all possible. But slowly yet another round, and it's Sentinels with a fast takeover towards that B site. Soniqs has been left out in the dirt with a couple of pistols, and this one is not looking all too good for him.
Oh, and Ian's trying to use that little gap double swing as well, reinforced by Bob. She's going to support Ian for that first kill. Heal can go in, and keep in mind, Gus, there is a showstopper in play. Plix can take up so much space and even maybe find a kill in this 4 versus 5. But the revive for Sentinels, it's going to be really big if Sick can play the buddy system with one of his teammates.
To really make this worth it, they need to get some information. They need to know who is where, and oh my, again. Plix went into the showstopper, completely dry Sully, and he gets punished for it. Taken away from midair, and now it's only one person remaining for Soniqs after Crunchy and Dizzy go down. It's shahzam with a 2K taking down Ian, 10-7. So Sentinels, yeah, no, that's kind of what we expected from that round. Maybe not with the steps in the middle, including that showstopper, but it's pretty cool that we landed here. 7-10.
I think a really good thing is having a stream schedule.
Really big kill from Sig. Allow that showstopper to slip through and break your defensive line.
Just being consistent is really
players will be
important
forced back deeper into B main. Obviously, Sig could have gone down there immediately as soon as that
what a shot from
showstopper
Sig,
comes into
dude,
play.
I know.
So, big kill coming out on that post plant. But Soniqs, you said they'll be back on their full buy. They're looking a little bit more aggressive towards B main. I think they want to try and early challenge this, and shahzam doing the exact same dash, routing their way back. It's the exact same plan where dapr had that 1v1 clutch off the showstopper, off the Hunter's Fury. They're doing it once more here, but they're a little more prepared here, Soniqs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A couple more bodies here, a little bit more util, and there you go! No way!
Sick.
Sully, you mentioned it. They were way more prepared. The ultimate could have definitely stopped things, but they're still fighting back. Still gonna be 2 kills going back and forth. Sick going all the way back to try to get that revive. And man, oh man, Crunchy. Yeah, no, there you go. There goes that boost. And
no, please.
I keep saying wow
check your corners.
because I'm shook. Sully. Yet another play where that Sage wall goes up, and it's another fake. This is great from Sentinels, but okay. Soniqs still able to get off a couple. Crunchy reviving Ian at the exact same time. So Sentinels, with their risky mission, ends up losing out 2 players at the exact same time.
And I don't even know if you can get the spike down here. Bob is going to cause a delay. Snakebite goes in as well to at least give zombs a little more room to work with. But this Viper wall, you don't know what waits on the other side, so it has to go down before you make that approach. And those seconds, valuable seconds, give time for Soniqs to make rotations. And well, they will get it down. They've got no post lane util. The back on it's all up to their aim, and dapr not going to be enough. Zombs in the 1v3 has activated the Viper's fit, but everyone is spamming him down. He's still going to be able to find one, but Dizzy coming out from screens is going to ice things out. 7-11, Soniqs, a huge round to pick up to break the back of Sentinels here.
If we're being completely honest, if there's ever an ulti that can allow you to pull off a 1v3 like that, it would have to be the Viper Spit. So, not exactly a terrible idea, but certainly not going to help them out in this little last
Zombs
run.
throwing? Do
Considering
you know
the
how
fact
this
on
game works?
Easy, actually, some of these takes have been for Sentinels. I would like to think
How's
that
that
a
shitty?
Viper
I said
Spit
it
for a
just
post
sucks.
plant would be super helpful in
That's
just
all.
trying to steal a way around. I think that's just me thinking out loud, but Sully, Soniqs is just doing good at the moment, man.
His chat, I can't even read this chat right now.
Holy shit. Like that benchmark. This is that evolution that Soniqs have gone through.
Soniqs
It's been 2 to 3 months since these 2 teams last played, and Soniqs, they've been through it, man. They've played so many tier 2 events, and it's all showing up. People have been saying that the tier 2 seed is catching up, but that's evident just from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it's more so here now than ever. And Soniqs, if they can get the 12th tier, they break Sentinel's economy. They can maybe find a win. Dizzy playing super up close, has a dash to get out if he's able to find 1 kill.
Dizzy could have totally just gotten a kill there. There was a slower going right towards him, but he wants to stay cheeky. He wants to stay back. Good wall over towards that short side.
Oh,
Dizzy! No, the crossfire works. shahzam and TENZ looking at the exact same spot. shahzam actually got a flick off of that. So it's gonna be Plix trying to get a kill, but it's actually the nade getting a kill in the back of the wall. Sonic still in the man advantage. Dapr looking towards the back. 3v3. And the spike still cannot go down.
Oh my
Brax,
goodness.
such a good time for that swing. At the exact same time, it's Crunchy too. Dapr in a 1v3 has a Hunter's Fury, but it's so hard as how
1v2,
Sonics are going to
not
the buddy
1v3.
system. Two players sticking right next to each other, arm in arm, are going to take this team
Nice
to
try.
a 12th round
Still.
against what is, Sully, debatably the best team in the world.
That is expertly played from Soniqs. The wall coming out from Crunchy to reroute players to the other side of Jenny. And there lies
was
2 to 3
1v3.
players.
My
Flicks
brain right
and
now.
Crunchy finding immaculate kills to win them this round. I mean, Flicks off of that and Aiden, more pressure onto TENZ. That spike, it was never going down if I'm being completely honest. There was just too much pressure created and Sentinels found themselves in an impossible situation to win out. Soniqs, util dump at its finest, and they are on mat point.
And not a lot of space to go through, too. I love the util going back from Soniqs, just stopping Sentinels in the middle of their tracks. Now, it's going to be Sentinels trying to make their path a little bit easier. This Hunter's Fury could be able to ping a couple, but was only able to get one. Good counter Sage Wall early on from Crunchy, but it's immediately blasted back. There goes a big name getting big damage. But Flick still looking over towards that back line. No spike has gone down just yet. Shahzam sitting in the middle of tube. There's 3 players over towards mid. That could be his next target. Shahzam wants to go in, but Bob peeks in at a good time. The timing for Shahzam doesn't work. Blink's going in. 2-man advantage now for Soniqs. Sentinels, they are going down bit by bit.
Yeah.
One more player remaining, and it's Sombro in a 1v4, and the showstopper stops it all. Map number 1 goes to Australia. It goes to Oceania. Soniqs has it.
And we'll be right back to break it all down. There is just too much that's going on.